Presented by listenheadlines.com. Latest world news from trusted sources.
New York Times World News.
May 26. 413 America, New York. Different standards, the struggle of Indigenous journalists in Australia. The departure of the TV host Stan Grant has set off a conversation about race and racism in the country's media industry. Stan Grant announced that he would step back from his television hosting duties after receiving relentless racial abuse.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 26. 411 America, New York. Euro seen vulnerable to further falls versus dollar. The euro has been on a downward trend against the dollar since the ECB's May 4 meeting and is vulnerable to further falls, SEB said.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 26. 406 America, New York. Credit Suisse loses case against Georgian businessman in Singapore. A Singapore court has ordered a unit of Credit Suisse to compensate Georgian businessman Bidzina Ivanishvili for its failure in safeguarding the plaintiff's assets.
BBC News World.
May 26. 4 o'clock America, New York. Teens hand themselves in to police over Sydney fire. Transport was suspended and nearby residents evacuated after a building went up in flames on Tuesday.
Washington Post World.
May 26. 4 o'clock America, New York. India's northeast racked by ethnic unrest partly fueled by Myanmar crisis. The flow of refugees from Myanmar after the coup has inflamed long-standing ethnic tensions in the Indian state of Manipur.
Mirror World News.
May 26. 3:30 America, New York. Madeleine McCann police find relevant clue as they remove several items found in search. Several items were removed from the site, reportedly including a bra strap, clothing and plastic items, although it is not known whether any are related to Madeleine McCann's disappearance.
Mirror World News.
May 26. 2:58 America, New York. Madeleine McCann cops hunting for camera containing images of her and two other victims. Police are desperate to find a video camera which they believe may contain images of Madeleine McCann, but also of other victims who could have been attacked by the same man in Portugal.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 26. 244 America, New York. Rating downgrade as a risk for 10-year French-German yield spread. SocGen reiterated its pessimistic view on the 10-year French German Bund yield spread with rating downgrade risks looming.
BBC News World.
May 26. 2:44 America, New York. Asiana Airlines. Passenger arrested for opening plane door during South Korea flight. The Asiana Airlines plane landed safely in South Korea after a passenger forced open an emergency door.
Time.
May 26. 2:15 America, New York. If you've always wanted a lighthouse, here's your chance. U.S. is giving some away. Boston. 10 lighthouses that for generations have stood like sentinels along America's shorelines protecting mariners from peril and guiding them to safety are being given away at no cost or sold at auction by the federal government.
Washington Post World.
May 26. 2:07 America, New York. Ukraine live briefing. Europe to run F-16 training for Kyiv. Bakhmut handover to Russian military underway, Wagner says. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said Denmark and the Netherlands will lead the European coalition providing Ukraine with F-16 pilot training and maintenance.
Mirror World News.
May 26. 2:02 America, New York. British man, 85, shot dead and wife starves to death after being left behind in Sudan. Abdallah Sholgami and wife Alawaya Rishwan were left behind after being told to cross a war zone despite her disability and board a flight out of war-torn Khartoum, families say.
Fox World News.
May 26. 2 o'clock America, New York. Iran regime close to getting nuclear bomb, but what's the holdup? Tehran continues to ramp up work on its nuclear weapons program amid questions over what's deterring the state sponsor of terrorism from building a deliverable atomic weapon.
Washington Post World.
May 26. 1:06 America, New York. Amid Turkey election, a Syrian man's murder stokes fear among refugees. After a campaign marked by anti-immigrant appeals, Syrian refugees worry their fate is on the ballot when Turks go the polls in Sunday's runoff election.
BBC News World.
May 26. 044 America, New York. U.S. Congress inches closer to deal before holiday weekend. President Joe Biden says he has had productive conversations with top Republican Kevin McCarthy.